Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Eric here in the community garden, the Stephenson Vine Project Community Garden, and and as you just saw, I was doing a little maintenance here in the garden. I haven't been inside this particular garden in about a week, a few days to a week, and there are a lot of things that need to be done in preparation for this fall season. Which is right around the corner. I'm going to quickly take you around the things that have been done today and talk about a little bit about the things that we want to do for this fall season. So before we do that, make sure that you subscribe, like this video, comment, share this video, and do not forget to click the notification bell to be notified when we drop new videos, which is every single week. Now that you've done that, let's get right into this video. So today's going to be pretty quick. I don't have too much to discuss with you guys right now, but as you just saw, we were picking some of our black cherry tomatoes. They are on their way out. I haven't pruned them at all, but I did put them I connected them to the trellis finally, after how many weeks of me saying that I was going to do it, but I finally did it. As you saw in the previous clip, I also planted some red beans here, also planted them over here. We also have to redo that raised bed. I'm going to get some wood and make a whole new raised bed. But this soil that you see in these rows behind me, all 3 rows, the soil that we get from soil 3, the humus compost, after a while it turns into like grainy sand. Let me show you an example, because it's baffling to me, but things still grow. But you know, the things that, if you watch our last video, the things that I said we were not going to grow in the rows anymore were squash and peppers, because they just don't do well, and I don't know why. It's probably mostly because of the organic matter that they're missing, but I'm going to show you real quick. You see how sandy that is? Can you see? Oh, you can't even see. You see how sandy that is? And I'm not really sure why it just turns into pure sand almost. So I don't know what to do. I think what we're gonna just move, we're gonna add like the blood meal, bone meal, and worm castings, and continue to water the plants that we grow with the fish fertilizer, which is 1 can is right there on the ground. But I think in the winter we're gonna do a huge haul of completely renovating everything growing here. Like once all the crops are harvested and we start to move closer to like January, February, and it becomes too cold for like the plants. We're so dark. Hold on guys, I need some more sun. There we go. Okay, but like I was saying, once we move into like next year, we're going to just scrap this whole garden. I'm probably going to till the rows and add more nutrients, organic matter, and our homemade compost to this area. Hopefully that will be beneficial to the plants actually growing like they should and producing more fruit and vegetables as they should be, because right now they're not really doing so well. I mean, they're growing, but you know, the plants have so much more potential that they could have, what's the word I'm looking for? Could achieve. but they're not reaching their fullest potential. So let me show you the difference, what I mean. So these are red beans that we planted towards the end of July, a little bit mid-July, end of July. You see how big they are? Yes, granted they were planted earlier than these red beans over here, but their growth, they're just bigger, they look healthier, and these are pretty much the size of the beans at the school garden. And you know, the school garden has pretty good soil. These are the red beans that were planted a little bit after those. Yes, they're getting to the same height, but they're dealing with aphid pressure, and this soil over here is just not what it used to be. There's a video that I'm going to put in a link on the screen where we grew potatoes in this row, and the potatoes did like fabulous. Like they grew, they were large. We had such a great harvest. The soil was fertile. It was it wasn't coarse. It had a lot of organic matter in it. And so I feel like we just have to add a lot of more of our own homemade compost to these areas in order for, you know, our plants to really do well. So yeah, we're not going to be growing peppers or squash ever in this area again. We're gonna just keep this area over here. I'm gonna take you over there now. We'll keep this area, which is technically our flower garden, but we're gonna keep this as our flower / pumpkin, squash, cucumber garden, because the butternut squash, I've harvested at least, yes, they're small. However, I've harvested at least 8 or 9 of these baby size squash. And yes, they're small, but at least 4 of them equal one whole, you know, butternut squash that you would normally see in the store, like the large ones. Even with the small squash that we were able to harvest, there's still a harvest. A win is a win, right? Like, I'm gonna leave here with something, and it's gonna be those butternut squash, no matter how small they are. And they were ready to harvest, so I harvested them. But yeah, so that's the plan. We're gonna continue to move through the fall season. We're gonna plant more collards and kale, more cabbages, and more carrots, turnip greens, beets, cilantro, parsley. We're gonna grow those things here in this garden. However, when the seasons really change and we start to get more cold and the plants really can't take it and they die off, that's when we're going to slowly start working on each row and removing all of the organic matter, like the leaves and everything. Just scrap everything, harvest what we can, scrap everything else, put it in the compost bin, the new bin that we started, and till the rows. We haven't tilled these rows since we started the garden, that's over 2 years now. We officially started the garden towards the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, and you see all the growth that's happened since then. And so I feel like it's time to till the garden, to till the rows, because even when I was planting the beans, I was pulling roots from underneath the soil, and that was most likely due to this tree. Can you see it? I can't even see it. Okay, the tree there, and then there's a tree there behind my car, and then all these trees behind the garden. All those little tap roots start to crawl and find their way to a water source, towards a food source, and they found their way to our rows. And I feel like I need to till, because even at my home garden, I tilled my raised beds because the soil was so compact because of all the roots from the nearby trees that were finding their way to the raised beds. Once I tilled the bed, my strawberry plants did amazing. The new seeds that I put in grew exponentially. The tomatoes I planted did well. So I feel like I really need to just till this these areas. And I feel like once I do that, loosen up the soil, not have it be so compact, everything's gonna take off fairly well. And heck, you never know, we may be able to grow peppers and squash here in the garden, in this particular garden. But yeah, that's everything that I wanted to show you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. And the next video that I post here on this channel will be a quick little video, like 5-minute video tops, showing you all how we start our seeds for the fall season. We're starting a lot of different varieties. We still have a lot more varieties of seed packets to purchase that we are interested in growing with the students this year and with our community garden members. So be sure to stay abreast to what we do next as far as videos are concerned. And we will be soon, we're gonna do a whole video, we're gonna do a whole video on it, but we have the ability to go live now on YouTube. Woohoo! We're so excited. It happened out of nowhere, and we will be making a quick 1 to 2 minute video discussing what we're going to be doing on live every Saturday. That's the day we'll be going live every single Saturday, and we'll provide the time to you guys, and we'll make sure to provide you a reminder each week before Saturday on what we're doing and how that's going to go. But we'll roll that out soon. But we just wanted to let you guys know. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys later. We'll see you guys later in the garden. Bye.